Sparta will fall. You will be the God King.
300 was a surprise smash when it hit screens back in 2006. An adaptation of the Frank Miller comic of the same name, its combination of swords, sandals, six-packs and super stylised violence struck a chord with audiences and turned it into one of the most successful films of that year.
Today we will dance across the backs of dead Greeks.
So it's no surprise that it's getting a belated sequel. More accurately, a prequel sequel, as Rise of an Empire takes place before, during and after the events of the original, with the storyline frequently running in parallel. But where that film told the story of the Spartans doing battle on land, this new movie follows the Athenians as they fight the Persians at sea.
I was speaking of Themistocles.
And the odds are once again stacked against our heroes, their 50 boats going head-to-head with thousands of monstrously large Persian ships. The Greeks are led by Themistocles, played by Australian actor Sullivan Stapleton, who is very much a poor man's Gerard Butler in the film. There's some interesting material involving the character's guilt for his involvement in the start of the war, and his regret at sending so many young men to their graves, but he doesn't have the acting chops to carry it off.
This Themistocles has shown himself to be quite brilliant.
Much better is Eva Green, who plays the villainous Artemisia, ruthless commander of the Persian navy. Her plan to erase Athens from history is an extreme one, as are her actions throughout the film, most notably when she cuts off a man's head and then makes out with his severed noggin. But the film comes alive whenever she's on screen, and it's a blast watching her manipulate and dominate the men in her charge. As you'd expect from a 300 movie, the visuals are sumptuous, most notably during a fiery sea battle and a slow-motion fight sequence involving father and son that really has to be seen to be believed. And the riveting sequence in which we find out how Xerxes became a god in the first place may well be the film's best. Trouble is, the repetitive nature of the war on water means that battle fatigue eventually sets in, as much for the viewers as the characters on screen. And with the narrative aping the structure of the original so closely, at times it really does feel like we've seen it all before. But coming from director Noam Morrow, whose only previous feature credit was a romantic comedy, Rise of an Empire is better than it has any right to be.
The architect.
You offered freedom without consequence or responsibility.
Are you accepting my offer?
My answer is still no.
A worthy sequel to the action classic that doesn't improve on the formula, but does entertain for the majority of its runtime. For that reason, we're giving it an IGN score of 7 out of 10.